What's going on, everybody? This is JohnJake Gaming on for Mike here, coming at you with something that I didn't know was ever gonna happen here on this channel, man. As you guys could probably see by the title of this video, we hit 2,000 subscribers officially on the YouTube platform, which, to be honest, is roughly 2,000 more than I thought I was gonna get, man. I am so thankful for each and every one of you that has subscribed to the channel, that has supported this channel, whether you came in during St. Thomas, whether you came in during the ACSA series, or whether you came in on the most recent popular series that's really popping off on the channel, particularly this FCS Dynasty that we got going on right now. So I'm really thankful for anybody and everybody that has provided support, and also want to give a shout out to my mentors, guys like Uncle Sam's Rejects, TNJ, Big C Got Game, like GG9, Param Crow, many other content creators as well that have kind of shaped how my style is shaped today as I continue to try to grow and reinvent myself through this process that is YouTube content creation. So I'm really thankful for all of those people, man. I'm thankful for all you guys. I'm glad that y'all can join me in on this video in particular, as I wanted to do something special for you guys that I have not done in a little bit of a while. Wanted to go ahead and do a little bit of a Q&A session with you guys here, as well as give a little bit of a channel update, since I know, at least off the top of my head, it's been at least a few months since the last time that I did any sort of channel update. So yeah, with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into it. If you enjoy it, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button for me if you like getting to know me on a more personal level. And shoot, if you're new to the channel for whatever reason, man, and you like the vibes, hit that subscribe button, man. I really appreciate that. You're gonna love the content here on this channel, playing a bunch of college football. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get started with the first question that I got going on here, coming from Husky Nation FBS off of YouTube. This is his name on Discord. He asked which series was my favorite to do. So in terms of series that have been actually completed, as I'm not producing any more episodes and finished something from start to finish, it's a toss-up, but I gotta go with that ACSA series, just because the ACSA series, I was having fun with it. I was able to get a lot of really community interaction from that. Love getting you guys in the community involved, especially with the custom teams. We went with all 130 custom teams, and those custom teams were submissions from some of you guys that support this channel. So I really appreciated that. And it was fun to just watch those games, man. I actually kind of enjoy the CPU versus CPU matchups at times, and I really had fun with that. Nice to go through like an entire first season. I really did wish that I could have done the ACSA a little bit longer, but Maximum Football 2020, it's been documented on this channel. It has its issues, and there was just a couple of issues that were simply game breaking that forced me to stop that a little bit earlier than what I originally planned on doing. But it is what it is, and all things considered, I don't have any regrets about that series, and I really do enjoy doing that in particular. Although St. Thomas is definitely a close second, building them up from a D3 school to a Division I national champion from that St. Thomas Dynasty. So then the next question that I got going on, also from my Discord as well, was who's my favorite Dynasty franchise player. So in terms of Dynasty and franchise players that I ended up using in the past, there's one in particular that does really stand out to me, and it was from the Cincinnati Royals series, the only 2K series that I completed, my only 2K franchise that I ended up doing in the past. Ron Valabiti, man. If you guys don't know about Ron Valabiti, if you never seen or check out that series, that is, I believe it's linked down in the description. If just in case, I'll leave like a time card for that. Ron Valabidi was really fun to play with. He was an absolute cheat code. You know, you want to talk about a guy, like think a slightly taller version of Giannis Antetokounmpo, but also give him like an actual like 3-pointer jump shot, right? I know Giannis has been working on that free ball, but he was someone that really was literally able to do anything and everything for our team. He was a centerpiece for our franchise once I drafted him onto the Cincinnati Royals, and we were able to win an NBA championship with Valabidi in season number 3, just in his second year. Just to give you guys an idea of how good this guy was, he was really special, and he's a custom prospect as well, so that's somebody that really sticks out in my mind when I think about this particular question. Also in my Discord as well. Again, guys, if you want to join my Discord, by the way, make sure you go ahead, check that out. That also is linked down below. We got some good vibes down there in the Discord, man. From my guy Regier Productions on Discord. What made you start getting into YouTube? So for me, for those of you that don't know me in real life, prior to when I was in college, I was a 4-year athlete, student athlete at Bluffton University. That's a Division III school that competes in the Heartland Conference, and I ran cross country and track. And that cross country and track, being a student athlete, that kind of thing, that was really my main identity from when I was just in like 7th grade till basically my senior year of college, when I was coming up on really my last competitive races in a team environment. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to do after college, I didn't want to just be somebody that went to work and then got home from work and just do nothing, like bring nothing else to the table, right? Like I wanted something else. I wanted another purpose, another passion to really set out for. And YouTube was something that really stuck out to me, just because I really liked playing NCAA 14. Me and my college roommate, we would play NCAA 14 a lot in the dorm rooms when I was in college. So that's really what got me into YouTube. And bonus, as for why I came up with JohnJake Gaming, a lot of my social media handles I would used to go by like JohnJake28. So that's where the JohnJake Gaming came from. I just took that from a piece of my personal life and just tagged on the gaming, and that's how JohnJake Gaming was born, baby. And that's what you see on screen here today, man. So keeping it in the Discord as well, I get this question from JD the Great One 2005. How did you come up with the idea for your NCAA 06 FCS Dynasty? So that is a really great question to have personally. So for me, when I was thinking about what I want to do, it was just one day I really had the urge to get into NCAA football 2006. I don't remember if it's just because like I saw a clip or I saw somebody else do it. I just kind of had that urge. So I downloaded NCAA football 2006, and then I discovered that there's all these FCS teams that were originally in the game, and the Dynasty mode, it was just as good as I remember. The recruiting for 2005, those mid 2000s, I really liked it on a personal level. And I also loved the suspensions. I also loved, it just seemed harder for me to build a team from the ground up in 06 than it is in NCAA 14, which why I still like playing 14, but I don't get as much enjoyment out of 14 as what I used to, just because it does get a little bit too easy at times, in terms of when I play the game or when I'm building my team, even with the custom sliders, right? So I gave NCAA 06 a try, and I was liking the Dynasty mode, but the old PC that I had was just not strong enough to play the games without like any sort of lag or any latency or anything like that. So I tabled the idea and leave that for another time. But then I got my new PC back in February, and at the time, I was diving into like PS2 gaming, and I was hesitant, because I already had 2 series running. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like a 3rd series, but it was just something that I was always thinking about. So it was more of a passion project for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this series, and no matter what happens, you know, that's just how it is, right? And, you know, thankfully, it really worked out. Like, you guys have been really enjoying it. It's just been so much fun to do that Dynasty. I think it's going to be an all-time favorite for me personally when it is all said and done, because I really love the storylines that develop throughout the series, as well as seeing you guys really interact with that series in particular. It's been a really pleasant experience, and it's something that I want to continue to do as long as you guys like that, and as long as, you know, the folks over at the NCAA Next Mod, they continue to go ahead and continue to roll out updates for their mod. Next up, I got Moonlight from Discord asking, if you were to expand your channel beyond sports games, what games or games would you pick and why? So I am a man, I don't just play sports games, of course. You know, I play a bunch of other games when free time allows me to do that. So for me, when I'm playing with like my IRL friends, for example, I play a lot of Warzone. I'm thinking about diving into Apex because a couple of my coworkers did go ahead and you know, I watched a couple of Apex streams, and it's like, you know, seems like some fun stuff. So I want to get into Apex and do like, you know, get into like a different type of shooter. But then I also play like Civilization 5. I think Civ 5 is better than Civ 6 personally, but that's just kind of a personal preference. Then I also have like Crusader Kings 3. So I have like I guess like an umbrella of different games that I play outside of like the sports gaming world. I really do love, you know, video games. You know, video games has been something that I always like to play, and the fact that I can play video games and, you know, share that love with you guys, that's really cool. But yeah, you know, games like Warzone, games like Apex, mainly shooters, but also those strategy games as well. That's something that I really dive into outside of my YouTube content. And someday, if I do end up having more times on my hands, maybe I'll end up going ahead and, you know, doing a Let's Play channel so that I can show you some of the games that I play outside of sports. So from Champion 36, similar question to what I got earlier, but was there ever any point where you wanted to quit? And to be honest with you, there's been times where I have actually been discouraged, particularly last year back in 2021. I have been discouraged. You know, there were, you know, some new things that I was trying out because I didn't just want to be an NCAA 14 creator. Maximum Football just only has so much of a ceiling. You can only do so much with that for the time being, and the reach and the audience that has. And when I was trying all this new stuff, you know, nothing was really sticking for me. So I got really discouraged from that. So I was thinking about quitting at some points during that time. But then, you know, I came back to NCAA with the Coach Dynasty. Coach Dynasty was, you know, something that did pretty well, and I really did end up enjoying following the journey of Coach Grossman. So that kind of reignited that fire for me. So I'm really thankful that I stuck around with it, and, you know, it's something that I'm still passionate about. I'm going to continue to create content as long as I don't feel like that it's taken away from the other parts of my life. Like, if it gets to a point where it takes away from my marriage, or it takes away from, you know, maybe I'll have kids someday. You know, if it takes away from spending time with kids, then maybe, you know, we'll step away from content creation. But until then, you know, I'm gonna give this everything that I have, and, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But that's just something, you know, if you try something, you give it everything you have, and it doesn't work out, you don't have anything to be ashamed of, you know, as long as you give it your all. Not saying that if you work extremely hard, you're going to guarantee to be successful, because that's not always the case. But at the same time, if you don't put your all in, then you don't give yourself that opportunity to be successful, if that's makes any sense. So hopefully that answers your question, champ. So the last question that I had specifically from my Discord was from channel member Gift40. You know, he's Chris Gentry here on the YouTube platform. do you have a favorite custom made player? So I already talked about kind of who one of my favorite players were in Ron Valabiti, but you know, over on the football side of things, a person that I think about, which I'm pretty sure is a custom prospect, is Marv Santana. Marv Santana, if you guys remember, he was actually a part of the early St. Thomas teams that were, you know, struggling to, you know, find any sort of relevancy within the NCAA 14 universe that we had in relation to that St. Thomas series. And he was just one of those players where, you know, even though he was like at best a low to mid 70s overall player, you know, he was a guy that always made plays. So that's something that I always thought about. I actually made a spin-off series off of him specifically. We did a coaching series where he pre-college football revamp, where he started off as the offensive coordinator at Idaho. So we got experience at the Kibbe Dome. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, that will also be linked up in the corner as well. So then the last question that I got was from YouTube, just asking, how old am I? Well, as of right now, and this is really crazy to say this coming out of my mouth, I am currently 25 years old right now. I'm 25. I turned 25 a few months ago, so I'm more than halfway to 30, and that just kind of that is a scary thought, to be honest with you guys. But you know, I'm just gonna enjoy life day by day. Hopefully I can, you know, come out and not only keep you guys entertained, but every once in a little while, I hope I can come out and also give some of you younger guys that are watching my channel a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of advice, because you know, you only get to live once. So you know, just trying to make the most out of each and every opportunity that comes about. So any way that I can help you guys out, you know, I love that, and I'm glad that I can, at least for some of you here watching this video, be an inspiration to you guys. So I wanted to go ahead and close out this video just taking a quick minute talking about, you know, the state of the channel and what I kind of had planned for the future. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with the obvious FCS series. Like I already said, SCS, listen, as long as you guys are supporting that series, I'm going to keep that going, man. I'm loving it. I know you guys are loving it. I'm going to keep that going. As for the NCAA series, not the Coach Dynasty, but the Realignment Dynasty series I got going on right now. So with that, for the Realignment Dynasty specifically, once I do end up winning a national championship, I do think I am going to go ahead and stop that series as a head coach, just because I know you guys aren't enjoying it as much, and I also want to get into, you know, a certain football game that's going to be coming right around the corner. I really want to get into Madden. Now, whether I do Madden on the franchise mode or whether I do Madden on the like the ultimate team, like that kind of stuff, I do want to have some Madden content on my channel. I don't want it to be like the main thing by any means. I do have a couple of franchise teams in mind going into Madden 23, but I do want to go ahead and leave that to you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions for teams that you would like me to see do for Madden 23, go ahead and leave that for me down in the comments section. And if I like your suggestion, I will certainly consider it, and maybe we'll put it up to a community tab vote ultimately, depending on what suggestions come about from this video. But guys, that is really all that I had for the time being, man. Guys, once again, thank you guys so much for enjoying this content, for supporting me every single step of the way. I would not be here on the YouTube platform without you guys. You know, you guys give me that inspiration to, you know, create content for you guys every single day, just because seeing you guys love it and being entertained, and shoot, even be, you know, to some degree, you know, I can help with making your day a little bit better. That's something that I'm really happy about at the end of the day. And even if I'm never a big YouTuber, I really take pride in that. I really love this community that we got going on here. So guys, if you really enjoyed this video, because this video was made especially for you guys, to kind of give a special thanks from me to you, go ahead and smack that like button for me. And shoot, if you're, like I said before, if you're new to the channel and you like the vibes, feel free to hit that subscribe button too, man. You know, everyone's welcome. You know, everybody love everybody over here, man. But with that, this is JohnJake Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.